but you need to shut the fuck up
Yes.
with that statement.
Yes,
because that is
sir.
the most asinine thing.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope y'all are having a good day so far. So I had some members request to specifically check out this segment here on the Byron Scott's Fast Break. And it looks like Olden Polonese is the guest. And it's about something I keep hearing about, but I don't actually know about, which is, I don't know, Rich Paul somehow mentioning Kobe, like, as an, I don't know, like, to excuse away, like, LeBron's ring chasing. Like, something along the lines of, like, oh, Kobe would have been cool with it, or I don't know what it is. That's why we got to get right into it, you guys. I know enough of you guys wanted me to react to this and watch this that it's time to watch it. I also see that there's a whole bunch of different segments in this podcast that are very interesting to me. So I might have to come back and do another video on the rest of the content here. But for today, let's focus on what you guys actually requested of me. So I've got this section pulled up, which is titled Rich Paul Invokes Kobe Bryant. And let's go ahead and watch it, guys. I'm going to link the original video from Byron Scott's Fast Break down below in the description, as I always do. You also see a list of channel members down there. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to channel members and a quick shout out to new channel member, Kentrell Mitchell, 966, I believe. Welcome on board. Glad to have you. I'll be seeing you in the members section. And guys, without further ado, I say let's get right into this. Leave this video a like. Leave it a hype if you could. It'll definitely help this one out. And let's see what kind of blasphemy was said.
Kobe would have understood or supported LeBron's decision. Obviously, none of us can speak for Kobe.
Right.
No, just his actions speak, so we can go based on his actions.
But it really does. It upset me. I'm not even gonna lie. When I saw the video, and then a few days later we see the other video circulating on Kobe, talking about I would never do no stuff like that. What?
I know what video he's talking about. I think he was sitting down with Jeannie Buss because she was thanking him for not ditching, not running away when things got hard at the end. And Kobe was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm going down with the ship. You were loyal to me. I'm loyal to you." Like it was such a simple. Oh, that's a terrible pause. I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking at the screen. Damn, man, my bad. But yeah, those are along the lines of the things he's saying. So if Rich Paul is saying Kobe would understand why LeBron is going to Philly to ring chase on a super team, no. Based on actions, Kobe could have joined any team he wanted at the end of his career, but he chose to stay with LA, even though they didn't have a shot at winning. So I could already debunk this. Based on actions, Rich Paul's full of crap again.
I just told you guys it upset me because, obviously that's family to me. But what's your guys' thoughts on Rich Paul's comments?
First of all, I'm going to make this very clear. And this definitely, I'm looking at the camera right now. This goes out to Rich Paul. I have nothing but respect for you as far as what you've accomplished and how you got there. You worked your butt off. But you need to shut the fuck up with that statement.
Yes,
because that is the most asinine thing. Number one, we don't know. You shouldn't bring up Kobe in any way, shape, or form that he would know what, LeBron, the decision LeBron made. That's some bullshit.
Agreed.
Okay? This is clickbait all over again. That's like me walking up and slapping somebody and going, Malcolm X would have understood it. I don't know what the hell Malcolm X would understand. And so to me, don't do that. That's so disrespectful. If you're trying to do clickbait, go do clickbait somewhere else. Because we don't know. LeBron made his decision.
Plus, he's right. And how insecure does it sound? Oh, well, first of all, acting like we're not ring chasing, but if we were, Kobe would understand. Like how insecure is this? Like they are. The thing is they deny everything. I'm talking Clutch Sports. They deny everything, yet they are obviously making it 100% certain they are aware of what they're doing. They know that this is a ring chasing move, and that's why they have to try to justify it by bringing in Kobe and saying, "Oh, he would understand. He would do the same thing." Bullshit. I'm with Olden here 100%, and I'm glad he said it like that. Like, shut the fuck up.
That's it. It has nothing to do with anybody else. LeBron made his decision. That's the best team for him.
Yes, if LeBron wants to do it, then fucking do it. Sorry for the curse words. It's probably going to be one of those. Olden started it. It's not my fault. But yeah, if you want to do this, LeBron, go freaking do it. But leave Kobe and everybody else's name out your mouth. You can't be listing players that played their entire career for one team and compare yourself to that person. You are the exact opposite of that. You know? You're a ring chaser. You're going from town to town, bringing your circus along with you, and trying to chase for rings. The exact opposite of what Kobe did.
Wish you well, wish the Lakers well, and move on.
Yeah, I think just the reoccurring video that came up with Kobe saying that LeBron's a friend, KD's a friend, but I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Stay with my ship.
yeah, I stay with my ship. If it's sinking, I don't swim to another ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think Kobe answered it right there. You know, even from up above,
Right.
you know, that he respects those guys. Obviously, they're friends of his. He respects them, but it's a decision that he would never do. And I think it's and Rich probably saw the video later and was probably like, damn.
Yep.
Damn, I shouldn't have said
Clickbait.
that.
No, he's probably, Byron, he's probably thinking, what's my next move now? You know?
have said that.
But the damage is done.
To his defense, you know, will Kobe understand because those are his boys? Yeah, he understand, but it's not a decision that he would do.
Exactly. He would not relate to it, but he'd be like, they can do whatever the hell they want. Like, let's just be real. Like, that's how, like, we all should feel about this. They can do whatever they want, but don't be comparing yourself to these other past greats. Don't do it. It's, you know, I don't want to hear a KD or a LeBron being compared to a Larry Bird or a Magic Johnson or a Kobe Bryant or et cetera, et cetera. You don't belong in the same conversation because of these actions.
That's all. And again, he said it on the video. He respects them. They're his boys. But that's not in his DNA.
Yeah.
So does that?
I mean, you can have friends and you think they're clowns. They're doing clownish stuff, but they're still your buddies, you know? But at the same time, it doesn't mean you have to do the same things that they're doing. You could be your own person doing your own thing.
Tarnish LeBron's legacy.
No, tarnish Rich Paul's legacy. Whatever
Yeah,
that
but
is.
LeBron is ring chasing now.
Now? Hasn't he been ring chasing for like 16 years?
Y'all ring chase.
Yeah, I mean, as much as
Jordan
everybody
really didn't ring chase.
Yes, he
Technically.
did. Every year.
but see,
he was trying to win a championship.
in one uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say the only difference
In one
is
uniform.
But technically, we
the
all
only
chasing the
difference-
championship.
Right. The only difference is he did it in one uniform. Magic did it in one uniform.
Magic.
Kobe did it in one uniform. You know, so yeah, but every great player is ring chasing. Let's just get that straight.
Yeah, but y'all old heads, like you're getting the term wrong. Ring chasing means jumping from team to team, trying to win a ring. That's not what you guys are talking about. Is staying at home and building a freaking castle, building a fortress, you know, and trying to win where you are. It's a massive difference of building something on your own and then having people join to be part of this versus they already built something. I'm going to join them because it looks like we can win a championship if I just join that team. Completely different.
great
Coach,
player.
I think the real question is that I want to know from you guys is when you're in one uniform, you know there's going to be down years.
Yes.
And in those down years is when you have to figure out how to stay there and get
is
guys
what Kobe
to
said, yeah,
and
which
get the rebuild the team.
Right.
Versus when we say ring chase, it means the situation's bad. I'm
I'ma
going
jump,
over here where
right,
it's better,
right,
and then over
right.
here, and that's what I think people
Right.
mean when they see.
And
Yeah,
does-
think about Michael Jordan's journey. Damn, another bad pause.
That-
Okay, it's the best I can do, buddy. Think about Michael Jordan's journey, okay? He built his team from the 80s until the beginning of the 90s, when he had a championship team finally built and established and ready for battle. They won 3 championships. He retires. When he comes back, the only single player that was still on that team when he came back was Scottie Pippen. And then the two of them, well, they figured it out and they built a whole nother championship team and won 3 more championships. That's the power of staying home.
Tarnish his legacy.
I think
Say it again.
right.
And does that tarnish his legacy?
I think at the end of the day, it doesn't. I think at the end of the day, your legacy is based on what you've done on that basketball court, no matter what uniform you have. Now, does it change the opinion of people who are watching and thinking that all these other great players stayed with one team? Probably so. But does it change what you were able to accomplish just because you changed uniforms 3 or 4 times?
Mm-hmm.
And and it's all subjective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is subjective, and my view is it changes who you're allowed to be compared to. The ring chasers need to be compared to the ring chasers, and then the people who stayed home and built dynasties, like a Steph Curry or a Tim Duncan or a Michael Jordan or Kobe, Bird, Magic, all these guys, throw Kareem in there, like Bill Russell, all these guys who stayed at home and built need to be in their own category, and I compare them to each other. The ring chasing stuff, yeah. KD, LeBron, I'm sorry. You guys are in a whole different table on your own.
Say this, and it's also to his credit that you're in your 24th year, and yet you are still an important cog for a team.
Facts.
So you got to give him that, So, and to be able to make a decision like that in your 24th year of picking a team, that's insane to me. 24 years.
And OP, we just saw, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think he still had this type of leverage or power.
Same, but it's looking like it's less about him as a basketball player, but more that Clutch has a lot of control in Philly, as I just recently learned, all the way from the coach to a whole bunch of their players. Like they've got their fangs in Philly pretty deep. So it's not that he has this leverage as a basketball player. He has this leverage as a media company now.
And when you got the commissioner
and an agency,
they're coming out saying, hurry up and make up your fucking
we gotta
mind.
make the schedule.
We got to make up the schedule. You still got some juice.
You still have some freaking juice.
And he said, I'll wait another week. I'm going to make y'all wait. That's when I was like, damn.
Well, okay, when it comes to viewership, I can understand because LeBron is the most polarizing athlete I think that's ever existed. Can we agree on that? Let me know in the comments. I can't think of another athlete that has ever been this polarizing. You either love him, like in a sick way, or you kind of hate him. And there's very rarely an in-between here. So what does that do for viewership? I think it makes the viewership high because people might be hate watching him and the other people might be watching him because they love him. So numbers-wise, I guess I understand what the commissioner is talking about. It doesn't mean it's good basketball. It just means that, people like to, hate watch a lot of stuff these days.
At 41, he still got that type of power.
Yeah.
Where does loyalty land in the NBA nowadays? Or like Alfonso Ribeiro was on our show, and he probably laid it out the best I've ever heard anybody lay it out. The loyalty went away when he said not one, not two in the NBA in general.
And that looks like that's another one of those I wanna jump into on the you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Oopsie.
General, yes. Because
went away.
LeBron wasn't the first one. Most of the guys, when big threes were formed, they were formed. They organically.
I mean, Boston technically had it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it happened organically to a certain extent outside of the Robert Parrish trade.
Yeah, the Lakers too, with like Magic, James Worthy, and Kareem. Like this was organic. The way it went down. Think about the Spurs, very organic. The Bulls, very organic. But I'm gonna chime in real quick and then let them talk. Loyalty in the NBA is gone both sides now. How did it start? Yeah, we can argue that it started in 2010 with the decision with what LeBron, what those guys did. But nowadays, in 2026, I can tell you there's no loyalty either way. Owners are not loyal to the players or the coaches or anybody on the staff, and nobody on the staff or any of the players are loyal to the organizations anymore. So it's actually a big problem all around. No one feels comfortable in their job anymore.
And so to me, you grew from the ground. The Lakers built theirs organically with the draft picks, guys coming in. And so like Byron Scott getting traded from the Clippers, but it wasn't a decision. It was just, hey, these teams are making the moves. I used to say this all the time.
It wasn't a signing. It was a trade. Very different.
A general manager can wake up every morning, go like this.
Scratch his balls?
Yeah, scratch his balls and say, I'm going to trade you, you, and you. So there's no loyalty at all. So we got to get that out the way. It's a business and keep it that way. And you have to understand that. There is no loyalty in sports. What can you do?
Hey.
Look at OKC. Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, they're getting rid of dudes. We're 2 years removed from a championship.
I mean, look at what happened in 1998 to the Chicago Bulls. You got the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, who is just wrapping up a sixth championship now, 3 in a row, twice. And you're going to eliminate his coach. You're going to trade off his whole team, the whole roster. You're just going to keep Michael Jordan and expect him to stick around for a rebuild. That's a different type of disloyalty. That's like, we're going to strip away everything that you care about and everything you built and expect you to be okay with it. So all the way in 1998, we had signs like this, that like these owners don't give a damn, And the difference was the players were way more loyal back then. And now the players have caught on and they said, yeah, we're not going to be loyal to you guys either. And I'm not saying this to like point fingers either direction. I'm saying this out loud because it's a problem now.
So I have to play devil's advocate on this one. We always talked about that $53 million LeBron was making with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And we had to get that money off the books.
Yes.
Does he still be a Laker if he goes back to the Lakers and say, I'll take $4 million a year?
Probably not.
No.
Like I said earlier, it has run its course. And with him and Luka and AR together, I just don't see that being a team that's going to work, that's going to win a championship, right?
Yeah. I agree. And it's not because the Lakers, because of anything with those guys. It's that LeBron doesn't fit in. He's a ball handler. But the irony is I think he's going to run into the same exact problem in Philly. Too many ball handlers, too many chefs, not enough cooks. The old line. Only one ball to go around. We need role players. Philly needs role players, not more ball handlers, primary ball handlers like a LeBron James.
And just to go back to loyalty ended, I think, when LeBron, and this is not only LeBron, but when players got smarter. Because the only people that were loyal in this game, when you talk about owners and players, were players. They wanted to play for a team for a whole career. But owners and general managers and presidents, they're the ones making those trades, like OP said. Once they figured out they couldn't use you or you couldn't benefit their organization, they're trading you, right?
Exactly.
Players start getting smarter, saying, "Well, shit, you know what? If I can get more here or go here and get more, I'm gone." So now the loyalty is reversed because now everybody's, players ain't loyal.
Yeah.
Well, shit, owners ain't been loyal.
So
I agree. And I was one of those people until recently.
saying the dynamics of the NBA have changed.
It definitely has, and that's what the decision did. It opened it up for the whole league.
To start thinking for
So
themselves.
LeBron
and
do it.
again,
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I got power now?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, boom. James Harden, boom. Send me somewhere else. The players have power now. And so, now they make the decisions. And I think that's the thing. And now they realize what I've been saying. There is no loyalty.
So LeBron.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause it there. There's a lot more segments. I think this is a really interesting conversation, though. So I think I am gonna jump in and sift through some more of these topics that they're discussing, and I'll have to. Yeah, I didn't put the work in before this one because I didn't expect to want to react to more than just the one segment. But that's already 3 segments in, and they're all very interesting. So. I'll just leave it off with one. Leave your comment down below. I'm curious what you guys think about this because we started out with the Kobe Bryant comparison, And that one, I mean, you know my opinion, 100%. I disagree with this. I think it's blasphemy to even bring up Kobe's name in this way. What's next? You're going to say Larry Bird would have done it? Get the hell out of town, man. You know, like it's so asinine to attach Kobe Bryant's name to some BS like what LeBron is doing right now. I don't like it. I don't like Rich Paul. If it's possible, I like Rich Paul even less than that today. And as far as the loyalty goes and a decision and all that, like, I don't know, man. It's a complicated thing because players love this. Players love having this ability to go wherever they want, sign wherever they want. As fans, I mean, because that's what I am first, a fan first. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You get teams that win a championship together, and then within like 2 years, they get blown up. You know, and some of that's because the players are leaving for more money. Some of that is like something crazy. Like, I still don't understand why Boston got rid of Jaylen Brown. Like, what the hell is that all about? But at the end of the day, you know, Charles Barkley, he says it as a joke, but he's the first one I remember saying, like, you could all just join up on one team. I didn't know we were allowed to do that. You know, we weren't allowed to do that. But the question becomes, if you were allowed to do it, how many would have done it? I could see people like a Michael Jordan, you know, a Larry Bird and a Magic Johnson, because they represented their city so well, you know, not wanting to leave. But then the other ones who are running into some trouble, you know, it makes me wonder, like, would Alex English be like a traveling player where he's going from team to team, whoever needs a sharpshooter, a Del Curry, you know, players like that who just need like a hired gun for a specific task? Would that have happened? Because, you know, that ability would have been there. They would just like let their contracts run out and let the offers roll in and go to the highest bidder. So I do wonder how different it would have been. And I guess at the end of the day, I'm just glad I grew up at a time where it wasn't like this. And year after year, I got to see my favorite players in the same jersey, suit up for the same city over and over again. And, you know, like a Reggie Miller, hoping he's going to win one before he retires. Like, that whole thing is now kind of gone because, you know, it's not like Kevin Durant spent his whole career in OKC and now he finally got one or whatever. And it's like, cool, something to celebrate, you know, good work. It's so different when you just go from super team to super team and then you win a couple, you know? Like, to me, I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it off there. That's really how I feel about it all. And I'm curious what you guys think about it. So let me know in the comments. That's why I decided to break it here. And the other topics, we'll talk about the other topics in another video. All right, guys, I am out of here. Like the video on the way out if you could. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, subscribe if you want more content like this. And most importantly, is to be water, my friends.